So here in question 1, the hardest part is figuring out the if formula that Excel wants you to put in this bottom row. And of course, what we're doing here is preparing a multi-step income statement. And we begin all formulas with the equals sign. And then since the instructions said to use an if formula in this cell, I'm going to type the word if. And you'll see Excel is asking me, do I want the if formula or the if error formula? So I want this first one, and I'm going to double click to select it. Now Excel is helping me to complete this formula. And the first thing I need to do is insert my logical test. And that test is, if this amount over here is greater than 0, I want Excel to type the words net income in this cell. But if this amount is not greater than 0, well, then I want Excel to put the words net loss. So to enter my logical test, I'm going to click over here on this amount, and Excel types the cell reference for me, B52. Then I'll enter my greater than sign and the number 0. And so now I've entered my logical test. So next thing I need to do is put the comma. And now I'm going to type the value that I want Excel to enter in this cell if this test is true. And I want Excel to type the words net income. And I have to put those words in quotation marks. Then I'll put another comma. And then I'm going to type the words that I want Excel to put in this cell if the logical test is not true. In other words, if this amount is not greater than 0. So in that case, we'll have a net loss. And then finally, I'll finish this formula off with the parenthesis sign. And last step is to press enter. And you'll see that takes care of that formula. And so rather than the formula displaying, the words net income display, and that's because this amount is positive, so our logical test was met. So then to go ahead and finish this multi-step income statement, you're going to, you need to put the row headings in, and rather than type them in, Excel wants you to use references. So for example, here, I'll go ahead and put in the equals sign, and I'm going up and looking for my contra revenue accounts, and it wants me to choose the largest amounts first, which would be the sales discounts before the sales returns and allowances. And then finally, as a reminder, if you get stuck on any part of the problem, when you're clicked in the cell that you're working on, like I am here, the red hint button will display. And if you click on that, it's going to give you a really, really strong hint to help you complete the spreadsheet.